the control grid, digital ID, stablecoins, and the privatization of power. 1. The protest problem. A banker once joked, "If protesters carry Citibank cards in their pockets, what do I care if they march?" The punchline is cruel but telling. Control isn't about silencing people. It's about owning their money and their data. If both flow through your system, the noise on the streets is irrelevant. Footnote. The remark illustrates the principle that surveillance and financial dependency reduce the political threat of dissent. 2. Digital ID as foundation. Step 1 in building any control system is identification. Not the old driver's license kind, but a precise, interoperable digital ID linked across borders. The Real ID initiative is being pushed hard in the US, state by state but federally driven. Without it, no digital grid works. With it, everything can be stitched together. So what does that actually mean? It means your identity becomes the master key to access money, health care, or even travel. Footnote. Real ID legislation creates standardized, interoperable national identification credentials across U.S. states. 3. Killing cash. The second step is obvious. To control money, you have to make it digital. Paper and coins are messy. They are private. They are untraceable. Cancel the penny here, mandate digital filing there, and suddenly people can no longer interact with government outside the digital rails. Tax, Social Security, even refunds become direct deposit only. The charm of cash under the mattress vanishes. Footnote. The gradual elimination of physical currency in favor of digital-only payment infrastructure centralizes oversight and control. 4. Stablecoins and the Genius Act. Now the clever part. Central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, trigger political resistance. So the workaround is stablecoins. These are tokens backed by U.S. Treasury bills or bonds, issued not by the Fed itself but by the Fed's private member banks through subsidiaries. Translation: JP Morgan and Citibank create private tokens pegged to the dollar, collateralized by government debt, and distributed through Google Pay, Apple Pay, and global wallets. Everyone, from Bolivia to Seoul, gets nudged into the dollar zone. The legal trick? By running it through bank-owned subsidiaries, the system sidesteps direct congressional oversight. So what does that actually mean? It means the control grid is privatized. Footnote. The proposed Genius Act would allow private bank subsidiaries to issue dollar-backed stablecoins, expanding U.S. monetary reach globally. 5. A new dollar empire. Imagine pallets of cash flown into Iraq, only now in digital form. Hand out tokens abroad, entice adoption, and crowd out local currencies. The dollar spreads faster than an app update. This strengthens U.S. demand for treasuries, deepens global dependency, and creates the infrastructure for social credit overlays. Clever? Yes. Harmless? Hardly. Footnote. Stablecoins backed by treasuries could amplify global demand for U.S. debt while extending dollarization into digital payments. 6. Data and AI integration. Money is one side of the grid. Data is the other. Social Security files, IRS filings, Treasury payments, healthcare databases, all siloed until now. The new move is to unsilo them, privatize them, and feed them into AI systems run by firms like Palantir and X. AI. Once merged, the result is a real-time behavioral profile of every citizen. So what does that actually mean? It means fraud detection and tax enforcement become indistinguishable from social credit scoring. Footnote. Aggregating financial, tax, and healthcare data into private AI systems risks converting compliance oversight into broad behavioral control. 7. The social credit overlay. When you combine digital ID, stablecoins, and unsiloed data, you get enforcement power. Miss a payment? Your wallet pings? Make the wrong donation? Flagged. Spend too much on burgers? Denied. The grid does not need police on every corner. The grid enforces itself. Footnote. Social credit enforcement can be embedded directly in programmable money systems, reducing the need for visible coercion. 8. The big picture. Is this conjecture? Yes. But the architecture fits. Digital ID plus digital money equals digital control. Add AI and you have predictive enforcement. The path isn't new, data aggregation began in the 1990s. What's different now is the scale, the speed, and the privatization. The grid no longer needs to be declared. It simply emerges from the rails being built. And once it is live, protest may be legal, but your wallet won't care. Footnote. The shift from government-run to privately integrated systems reflects continuity of surveillance structures with new digital enforcement tools.